Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Agora Models ORCA build with Ian and Todd, aka Marvel PHX and Pitstain Hobbies, right here and right there. Yes. And we've got pack 3 here from Agora Models. We're a little late to the game with this video, but my God, this pack is going to be amazing. There's a lot of good stuff. We got the whole cabin in here. Todd,
Yes.
hello.
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 How are you?
Hello.
It's been a while.
Yes, it has. Todd was down for the count with a really bad cough for a while.
It's not even completely gone, but yes, it kicked my ass for like 2 weeks. I got sick, then I started to get better, and I got sick again. It was like double.
So luckily, yeah. Since you double sick?
I got double teamed.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Well, since Todd really can't talk over me very much, hopefully he doesn't wear his voice out while we're doing this pack. And
yes, if I cough, I apologize in advance.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I clear my throat. You know, Todd, you've heard my throat clearing. Everyone's used to it, I think. But yeah, shall we open pack 3? Oh, baby.
Oh, I have to cut mine.
Hello. Oh, you forgot to cut yours open?
I did. I wasn't,
ill-prepared. Ill-prepared, just like me.
All right.
Todd, you're getting bad bad habits from me.
I know. You're a bad influence, Ian.
I am terrible. Okay, we got a little paper thing there.
Lots of walls in this.
Yeah.
And some doors.
Whole lot of cabin.
Yeah, a lot of cabin stuff. There's a little
lights and windows.
Oh, it's a flag chart.
Look at that.
Maritime flags mean. That's already printed on there. That's nice.
Where the hell is? Oh, got my parts upside down?
I don't know. This is
where's your flag chart?
This is right here on this page.
Oh yeah, right there. You're so zoomed in compared to me. I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, it's a little maritime flags.
Yeah.
This pack. This blister pack is marked 8, and the one that's in here is marked. The second one is marked 9.
Right there. 9.
So if I know how this is going to work, is we're going to end up going through both to. We're going to need to get them both of them to get our pack.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get going with this. Is going to be stage 10. We're going to start with, and we'll cut away for just a second to get the parts out of these that we need, so we don't have any noise. Sound good?
Yes.
All right.
Perfect. Alrighty, everybody. We have unpacked our bits and pieces. Todd's got the nice tight view. I've got the wide view. Those do look good. That is a nice decal they put on there.
Yeah, and these are already painted.
Yeah.
Hinges. Part of the hinges.
Yeah. Really not bad. Very nice.
And this is 9M. This is from pack 9.
Yeah.
This is the only thing you need from pack 9 is this sprue. Everything else is from pack 8. And when I say pack 8, I mean the blister pack 8. And this is part 8P. We need to cut off this long handle right here. Now, when you cut this off, make sure you leave the tab on the back. That's a mounting tab. So you want to cut it right at the mounting tab.
Just like that.
So you're not right there. So you leave that tab on there.
And you want the flat side of your nippers facing the tab.
Like that. Excellent. And then what we're going to do with that is going to get glued into this little notch. Right here.
That is not a through hole, by the way. So we can't glue it from the back.
No. So I'm going to test fit it real quick. It looks like a handle, and it does look like it needs to be straight. It does have some wiggle to it, so we're going to have to adjust that. So I'm going to put some glue on Put some glue in that hole.
Yep. I mean, it should be straight, but I mean, in reality, this ship was pretty beat up. Maybe it was crooked.
Yeah, it could have been, for all we know.
I mean, who knows? What is this little handle for exactly? That's the question.
You know what? I feel like this was just a grab handle as they were stepping down into the lower cabin.
Maybe.
Something they would just grab onto.
Possibly. Or it could have some other function we're not aware of.
Yes.
in
Anyway,
real life.
there it is. And I just lined it up with
There we go.
the board
Yep.
stripes.
Looks good.
Okay. Excellent. Now we get to mount this to 8J, which is this angled wood piece with the little tinted top there.
Yes. This little fellow right here.
Yeah. So it's going to mount on this side. If you hold this with the tinted top, it's going to mount over here. Do you see how it goes?
Yes.
So these posts up here on the top of this panel where the things are, those align to here. So just like this.
It's not really positively locked in place. You got to kind of hold it.
There's no recesses.
Place.
Like the posts don't have recesses to drop into or anything. It just kind of is going to sit here like this. And we're going to screw it in from behind.
Yeah, and we're going to rip open our a giant bag of PWB.
There's a whole lot of
2.3 by 6.
Yes, so I'm going to grab a little can. I use my paint stirring mixers for this.
I just leave them on the workbench and
we're just going to double that out. 2x3x6. These are marked at D4 PWBs, and we'll just keep those handy. Grab me a screwdriver, which I had screwdrivers here somewhere. Aha! Can't say I'm not prepared. So we'll put this here. Make sure these holes are lined up, and we're just going to pipe these right into the back of those posts. I'll get one started, and we'll do the other one. Oh, where's my ratchet? There we go. Let's use a ratchet for this.
All right, mine are in. Oh my God, my hand's locking up. Are
you getting old man cramps?
I've got like a crab claw cramp going on. Yeah. My poor hand.
So I'm just making sure that this is seated all along here, just so it's before we fully tighten these, that it's homed where it needs to be.
I don't know why my left hand hurts so much. I don't swing southpaw. Dearie me.
Does your right hand know you're cheating?
My right hand is fine.
Okay.
She's happy.
All right. Anyway, so there we go. That's the left side of, I believe this is the lower cabin. This will be the door to the lower cabin. So that's the left side of that.
A door frame.
Yes. And we put that in with 2 PWB screws, D's, D4.
Yeah.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to put the matching right side on in the exact same way.
Yes.
And this is 8R. This part here.
Yeah.
Same thing. Just going to put it on this side.
Slap it in like that, and we'll be right back. Hey, look at that, everybody. All screwed together. Looking perfect.
Right side in. 2 BWB.
Yes.
2 3/6 D4 screws. So now
just like the other side.
Yes. Now we're going to use 8B, which is the top flap. Now this has pre-installed hinges, so we have these guys here. I always like to say there's a pin side, which is the side that it has the actual hinged pin. So you have an orientation on this.
So we can test fit.
Yeah.
Slot them right in.
Yeah, the pin side of these goes in. So there's 2 slots here on the top. And we're going to slot both of these in just like yay. And that way it should be able to close and lay flat on top of the deck.
They look good.
Right.
Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is we'll just put a little crazy glue at the bottom of that slot.
Yep. I'm just making sure it closes nicely.
Yep.
You want to make sure it closes.
Fit.
Yep. Closes nicely, and then we'll glue it. So yes.
Yeah. Mine fit pretty well, so
we're
pretty happy.
Put 2 little drops of glue down inside these bottom of these little grooves here.
I'm going to hit mine with a little zip kicker, and then I'm going to close the hatch to let it dry. Just like that. That way we make sure everything's aligned properly. Oh, God, that stinks.
My favorite.
Oh, yeah. If everybody doesn't already know, the smell of zip kicker or CA glue accelerator makes Todd gag and want to vomit.
Yeah, I don't like it.
He does not like it one bit.
Glue those hinges are caught in those grooves, and I'm just holding it closed just for a second. Maybe give it the hot breath.
I'm putting mine in front of a fan.
And that way we have the top part that still opens.
I've got even better than that. Oh, you've got your gratuitous Makita tool for the video, everybody.
Now, I just noticed something is that you could accidentally, if you see this, you could accidentally leave a gap there. Don't do that.
Yeah.
See that? You want
That's why
this,
I said close it and push it in.
Yeah, close it and push it back.
Yeah.
You want that. You want that to be
zero gap.
Yeah, because there needs. I believe we're going to need to put the doors in front of this, and if this is not sealed up against this, that's going to probably cause those doors not to align right.
That's a very good point, Todd.
Just make sure when you put this on that it's pushed. You also is pushing this backwards, so those hinges are laying flat against that plastic back there.
Yeah. So yeah, close and push. All right, my zip kicker is pretty much all evaporated now. Let's see what we're doing here next.
We're going to be working on the actual cabin shutters. These guys.
Oh yeah, look at those.
Are marked 1 and 2. So 8D is number 1, 8C is number 2. We are going to need some parts from the sprue. In this case, we are going to need. Let me try to match what they're showing. We're going to need these little guys. Again, we want to cut those. See the tabs on each one? We want to make sure we leave the tab on the part. So we're going to cut those off underneath those tabs. So I like when I cut little parts off, I like to hold on to the part so it doesn't go flying. We'll grab that one.
Otherwise, you'll never find it.
Yeah, I've had way too many parts go flying from popping them off the sprues. But this plastic is actually quite soft, so it's not snappy.
No, thankfully not.
We have these two little guys with their tabs intact. And all we're going to do with those is, if we look on these shutter doors, there's a little, I'll try to show it here. There's a little slot right there. We're going to put it in each one of these slots, not this upper slot on the right side door. We're just going to put it in these two bottom slots.
Yes,
they're not directional. It's just the two lower slots. Yep. So we're going to glue those in.
Oh, these are tiny as hell.
Oh, they're tiny. We'll be right back.
Yeah. There we go. Our little doohickeys are on there.
They're knobs.
Handles. They're handles. They're knobs, yes.
Sure. So there they are.
So now this one has an upper notch. Todd will show you the better view. Yeah.
We're going to cut this guy out, and he has a tab on his back, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yes.
What is this? What is that, glue? So yes, we're going to cut this guy off. You don't have to worry about this one. You just kind of want to make it as smooth across the bottom as you can.
Time to put on your magnified eyeballs, everybody. 2 for $12 at Lowe's.
Yeah. So there's our, I guess this would be the lock maybe. And this is going to be.
It looks like it.
Yeah. This is going to fit above the brass. It's going to sit over the brass. So it's going to be with the rounded side up like that, like a lock.
Yeah.
That's how we're going to glue that in. So we'll glue that in real quick here. We don't have to cut away for this.
Of glue? No, we don't. This is an easy one.
Put a little glue in there. This is when I have to get in really small places, I put a piece of craft wire in my pin vise, and I use that to put glue in.
That's a better idea than me. I'm just squeezing and praying with the crazy glue bottle.
Yeah, I tried those. I'm not a fan of those. Maybe this is a padlock. It kind of looks like a padlock. Anyway,
it kind of does.
It looks exactly like a padlock. So anyway, that's going to go and fit in that slot on that particular shutter door. Just like that. Uh-oh. Telephone. And that one phone call screwed up our mojo. Ian had ordered food, and that was the delivery driver calling. We stopped the recording so he could eat real quick, and of course we forgot to turn it back on as we mounted the doors. Therefore, I'll explain these steps using Gore's pictures. To complete step 9, it's very similar to the upper hinge door. Here we just need to glue the free side of the hinges on the door marked 1 into these matching slots of the front cabin wall. Remember, the gold details should be at the top of the door. Before the glue fully sets, make sure this door is aligned to the edge of the cabin wall opening as you can see here with the dotted lines. Moving on to step 10, we simply glue the hinges of the right-hand door, marked 2, to the matching slots on the right side of the cabin wall opening. Remember to orient the door properly as shown. As before, make sure this door is aligned to the opening as shown by the dotted line. There may be a gap at the bottom of your doors, and this will be fixed in the later steps. With both doors fitted, we can move on to step 11. Here, we will fit part 8Q to the matching posts on the back of the cabin wall, orienting it as seen here. There is a slot on one side of this part that fits over a tab on the cabin wall, so this part can only be fitted one way. With the 8Q fitted, we can secure it into place with 2 PWB 2.3x6 screws, one on each side. In the final step of stage 10, we fit the 4 bottom posts of this cabin wall assembly into the matching holes of the cabin floor, part 9A, orienting as shown. Finally, while holding these parts together, secure the wall to the floor from below with 4 PWB 2.3x6 screws. And that completes stage 10 of Agora's 1/16 ORCA build.
All right, on to stage 11. We've got a whole bunch of parts out here on the bench. And
Well, I only have the parts you actually need.
Well, yeah, Todd's way more organized than me. I'm a disaster. But we've got our door, and we've got our brass parts that we have left over on the sprue. Hope you didn't throw this out, or else just go through your trash and find it. We need the doorknob that Todd's pointing to.
And this does have a pin on the back of the doorknob. We want to leave that pin on it? So we're going to
want to leave the pin on the back.
We'll cut that gate right here.
Do what Todd says.
And that way we have our doorknob with our pin.
99 out of 100 times, you could listen to what Todd says, and you will be good to go. There's probably that 1 out of 100 where it's a terrible idea.
Yeah. And the thing is, you just don't know which one it is. So there's our doorknob. It does have a little divot to it. I don't know if that's supposed to be this way or this way, but
I don't really care.
Yeah.
It's so tiny, it almost doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah. So anyway,
I glued myself to the part.
Look. Jordan. Anyway, that's going to go on this one right here. So
now, son of a...
Nice
as
work.
usual.
Nice work.
I know.
Put some glue on this.
Oh, you know.
Yeah, well.
Ian's going to do Ian things.
I did it last time. Glued myself.
You did?
I glued myself all over the place.
My God, Todd was gluing everything to himself.
It
was hilarious. I need my glasses again. I
gotta go back and watch Pack 2. I was a disaster on that one.
Pack 2, we got to release the uncut version of that video because Todd was raging over. Oh no, I dropped it. Okay, I got it.
Anyway, there's the doorknob. There's the doorknob. That's step 1. Step 2 is going to be using this little slot down here, and in that slot we are going to put the kick
the part I almost lost.
This part right here. Again, this also has a little tab on it. We want to keep the tab on the part. So we're going to cut the gate right below the tab.
Oh, for God's sake, Ian.
I have a Donnie fly in here.
You have a Donnie fly?
I do have a Donnie fly.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So
there's a little step to this part.
Yes, and the raised step, let me see if I can get this to focus. The higher part of the raised step is the top when you put this on the door. So I'm going to get my fine...
Glue yourself to the door now?
Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get my little wire.
I'm planning on it.
Get my wire and fill my little hole here.
I definitely just glued myself to something. Oh, fudge! It came off. Okay. Stay.
Take your time.
Good door stop.
Give it a little center. Center it up so it's nice and straight with the door.
There we are. Got some Shanghai beef juice on there, I think, possibly. Crazy glued onto the door.
So there you go. The steps at the top. I don't know if that's a door stop or what that is. But that is where it goes at the bottom, just like that.
I like that these little brass hinges are nice and stiff.
Yeah.
They're not floppy.
Yes.
That's a good touch.
Yeah. So that is step 2. On to step 3, we need to put a handle. The handle on the inside is different, and I think Wayne looked. Yep, and this also has a tab. Make sure we keep that tab on the part. So we're going to cut the gate right.
Did
here.
Wayne put it in upside down or something?
No, he mentioned that the door handle changes throughout the film because of the different ships and different boats they used. Sometimes it's round, sometimes it's this handle. But anyway, we're going to flip the door over, and this has a slot, and the slot goes like that. We're just going to glue that in place.
Yes.
So I guess both are correct, whether it's a knob or a handle.
Oh yeah, you got a knob on one side and a handle on the other.
Put some glue in there.
My God, I'm so lucky my wife didn't notice the Panda Express getting delivered tonight.
Yeah.
She would have been so jealous. She would have been so angry.
We're going to hold that nice and straight. The handle should point down. And there's our door handle.
There you go.
On the inside.
Ted, were you aware of the urban legend that Panda Express invented orange chicken?
No.
That's what I've heard.
No.
I know.
Did you get your door handle in?
I did.
Excellent. So that is
now
the end that was the end of step 3. On to step 4. So step 4, we're going to put 2 adhesive strips. This is the inside of the door. This is the outside. In this recess for the window, we're going to put a strip here and a strip here. Now, those strips come in this little pack. But what I want to tell you is also be careful, because in this pack, there's also a little magnet, a very tiny magnet, and a plug. Don't lose these. So when you get these, when you pull the strips out of here, just get the strips. We don't want to lose those small
People
parts.
like Todd and I may have spare plugs and spare magnets, but I doubt anyone else does.
Well, it's, we're trying to make do with the parts that came with the kit. So get these out of here. Don't lose these little guys in there. Put those off to the side. They will get used in this pack, and then I usually just crack these open so I can grab it. Make sure the adhesive comes with it and doesn't stay on the wax backing. Just peel one down.
Yep.
And we're going to put it right here along the side of this window, inside the recess, up against the edge. Where's my tweezers? That'll probably make things easier. Here we go.
I just did it with I'm
trying to figure out how much of it there is. If I hold
Oh, no, it doesn't go edge to
It does
edge.
not go from top to bottom. It's a little shorter than that. So
I don't think it matters if it's fully centered, but that's just my opinion.
Just trying to center it as best I can. You just don't want it to be visible from the outside. So we're just going to tuck that in there like that. I pushed it right up against the inside edge of this recess. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Grab this one.
Now the trick is to get the backing off is the hard part.
It's easy. Use a razor blade. Use your X-Acto knife.
I'm doing that. All right.
Up against
one side down. Really burnish it down, and then you could take your
I use
hobby knife.
Use my fingernails.
Yep.
You can use fingernails. There's another thing you can use. Where is it? I just use the edge of a pen. You can do that because it's usually like a Sharpie's got a little sharp edge. You can just push that down to make sure it's stuck real good, and it won't hurt the plastic or anything. Okay.
My sticky tape is in and opened.
All right. Are you going to tell them what we're going to do with the windows? You should tell them what we're going to do with the windows. We have a plan.
So what we're going to do with the windows is we're going to peel off the part of the window that's going to stick to the sticky tape, and we're going to leave the outside of the window with its protective film, at least for now, possibly permanently, because it does give a nice hazy effect that looks like aged, beat up, worn out glass that's been at sea for many years. And it's got, there's some minor scuffs in this protective film that really make it look kind of like aged, worn glass really nicely.
It's already got like
from the outside,
scratches,
inside,
and junk in it. So
I think it looks pretty awesome.
I think it looks pretty beat up. So I'm trying to pick out which side I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to take this side off.
You got to take off, whichever side is less or more scuffed up.
Yeah.
Totally up to you. but I think it looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, but I don't want to do
The way
both
it
because
is.
I don't want it to be too hard to see the inside. So, and there's a film on both sides of this plastic, so you
Well,
can.
but if you don't take the film off where it touches the tape, then you can push the window in and the film will peel off and the window will pop in.
Yeah. So we're just gonna peel one
So,
side of this
yeah.
off. You know what's interesting is I think Wayne, when he was doing this, he put out this video a little earlier than us, and he peeled off both sides, and he's like, I should have left that on, and I'm like, I was gonna do
Yeah.
that all along. So this is
Oh,
now
yeah.
the side that's got the tape removed. It's very, very clear, but you can see just barely, and I'll try to get up to the window. There's all sorts of scratches and stuff in that outside
Yeah,
film.
I got a
think that
good,
looks,
I got a,
yeah, I
yeah,
think that
got a
looks
good angle on
great.
it. Yeah, that looks good because that's going to be the outside door, right? The light part. Yeah. So you
And
can just
I think
see
it leaves
some.
just enough, you know, inconsistency to look like kind of just a worn piece of glass.
Yeah, I
Then
think it looks pretty good.
we're gonna push that in here.
You could always peel it off later if you don't like it, but
Yeah.
for now, I'm leaving it on.
Yeah.
If I come up with a better idea, I was thinking using frosted glass spray paint decanted and putting an airbrush or on a paintbrush and like
Yeah.
kind of weathering up the
And
windows.
it's
But
probably easier if I get something that's got some details. Let me grab the like here's the number tags. You can see there's just a little fog to it. It just adds a little fog. You can still see through it, but if you get up close, there's all sorts of scratches and stuff on the glass, and I like that. So we weather.
Yes.
So I'm giving it clean it up. I just didn't want to leave a fingerprint on it.
On to the next.
Then we have our maybe on a black background you can see that it just has a salty, sandy, gross finish, and that's what I wanted. That's what we're looking for. All right,
Yeah.
That is stage. Putting in the tape was stage 4, and putting in the window was step 5. Now we're going to work on the, what would you call them, deck lights, I guess.
Yeah, the deck lights, I suppose I would say.
Yeah.
Rear deck lights.
So these are the deck lights that are going to go on the back of the main cabin wall. These guys here.
Yes.
To help with any kind of light bleed, I painted them black. This is not what's going to do the work. I have an idea about how we're going to mount these.
Yes.
And to make sure that they just don't have any light leak at all. I don't want any light coming around outside of them or anything. I just want the light coming out the front. That's it. So the first thing we need to do is cut these both off of here. These sprues.
Yes.
So we will pop these off. I think he's taping his as we speak.
I'm painting mine right now.
Or you're painting. That's painting, I meant.
I was just painting the inside of the tubes just in case. We pre-tested with the LEDs, and there's no light bleed through the gray plastic of these things. They're pretty well light blocked already.
And the little square parts are the tops of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and normally these LEDs, they give you 5 different pieces of electronics here, and they don't really kind of help say which is which. But this is the connector. We don't need that right away. It's just a 4-pin connector. This guy with the missing plug, we don't need him. The short LED on the short wire, we don't need him. We need this LED, and we need the long LED wire.
Yes.
And what we're going to do...
Wait, where's my short LED wire?
I don't know.
Without the connector.
What'd you do with it?
Oh, there it is. I found it. Nope. Oh, there it is. I got 2 short ones.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
What we're going to do is these LEDs mount on the back wall to help with any kind of light bleed. Actually, I don't think we're going to need to do this either. I painted the inside of the circle and the back of these black. The LED actually sticks out the front, so this I don't think is going to do anything. But this is what's going to, I think, really matter is this particular LED, the one that goes on the, I guess that would be the starboard side, is we're going to take this long LED. Should we put it on the test board just to make sure it works?
I tested both of mine already.
Yeah, I'm going to do that real quick. You jump ahead of me and I'm just not ready? No.
I get antsy. Okay, that LED works. This LED.
See?
Oh, this
it is cool white. Wires. And I would think that would probably be more warm white.
Cool white?
It is cool white. Yes.
Cool white?
Yes. Why do you
my
say
circuit
it?
board?
Why do you say it that way? And this
What are
is
you talking about, Brian?
That's right. So what I'm going to do is we're going to feed this LED. This is the back of the panel, the inside of the panel. I'm going to feed that LED through here. Now, the hole is actually big enough that you could put the plug through too. But the goal here is I'm going to take one of these spotlights, these deck lights, and this LED just fits through here. And it's going to stick out the front, just like that. But to keep any light from coming out the back side of this, I had this idea of maybe using some black tack, or blue tack, doesn't really matter. I just happen to have, this is what I used on my Enterprise, which is just adhesive putty. So I'm going to grab a little piece of this adhesive putty. It's just like blue tack, but it's just black. And we're going to pack this LED in there. I'm just going to wrap this around and fill the back of this hole with black tack. That way no light can escape out of this thing. We're going to put as much as I can in here and remove the rest. We'll just pack this in here. This is my fingernails fine.
Yeah. Pack it in there, buddy.
So I'll make sure the LED is poking out the front. And we're just going to
pretend you're working at Chipotle making burritos for lunch.
Yep.
Jam it all in there.
I'm going to put as much as I can, get it down in there, and then we're just going to remove the excess, just so it can sit flush against the wall. Just like this.
Maximum stuffage.
Full
Chipotle
stuffage.
doesn't do that anymore.
Not anymore?
Chipotle's understuffing the burritos. There's a big conspiracy theory about it.
Well, what is that? Shrinkflation, where the prices go up and the sizes get smaller?
Yeah. Yeah, they're taking the smaller scoops of meat, smaller scoops of everything.
Yeah, that's what they do. Sounds about right.
Guac is even more extra now.
Alrighty. What do I have? That's...
Yeah.
Let's see. Make sure that's good.
I'll get the black tack in there. I'm jamming it in with a toothpick.
Yeah, you can. Whatever you want. And the nice thing about this stuff is then when you have excess, you can just break it off. It'll just kind of peel off. And that way, this LED will be kind of sealed in there, and it won't have the opportunity to leak.
Now, the other light, not as easy.
Yeah, the other light is mounted to a PCB. So that one is a little different, but I think we found a solution for that too.
Yes.
We'll share that when we get to that light. So I just want to make sure that this isn't exposed. And I'm going to break off this excess right here. I just snap it off.
Let's see here. Let me get this LED wire through this hole over here near the door. This is the one near the porthole that has just the simple LED wire.
Just like that. And it's just packed in the back. And then you can just run the plug through this hole.
Packed in the Mac. Packing the Mac in the back of the hack? What are you repeating rap song lyrics?
Yes, and there's a slot on the back of the light that fits onto this tab up here. And we're just going to glue this on here. We'll glue this.
Yes.
Like so. It's going to look just like that.
There we go.
Get that glued on.
Good old zip kicker.
You do love your zip kicker, don't you?
Well, I like speed. I like instant gratification. Little drying action. There we go. Oh.
I'm just going to let that dry like a normal person, you and your zip kicker.
Oh my God, if people started buying Makita tools off my Amazon links, I'd be a rich man.
Yeah, do they make Makita zip kicker?
Oh, I wish. I'd buy it. You know me.
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to make sure it looks straight. We'll let that cure for a minute. Now, while that's curing, I'm holding that. What we did on the other side is this LED is pre-mounted to a circuit board. So what I did is I painted all around the base of this LED, everything below the anvil. The anvil is the guts of the LED, which you can see inside there. There's an anvil and a pin. And so everything under the anvil, so only basically the tip of the LED is still clear, and all the way down. So any light that comes out the back, even if there's a silicone spacer on the circuit board and the LED sits on top of it, I just painted all that black. I just don't want any light coming out the back side of this LED, except for at the tip. The tip is still clear.
Just the tip.
We're going to try that, see how that works. And I think you did
we
the
could
same,
test
right?
it.
Yeah, you can test it.
Yes, I did.
I'm still holding this because I like doing things the old-fashioned way. Oh, no, it's dry. There's my...
I just put a second coat of black paint on mine.
Yeah. And, now, you can also, if you don't have a Mike Lane Circuit Tester Pro, you can test this with this board, the supplied board.
Yeah.
You just plug
actually
the first,
easier.
Yeah, the first LED goes in here, and you can test this single LED using this plug.
But the 5-wire LED,
the 5-wire, which is this guy, you can test by plugging it into this plug. So we can do that right now. We'll give that a shot. Plug that in here. Grab our USB. Plug that in here. And there's our LED. So you can use this board for that testing purpose. And we can test this one again. And we'll even test to see how well the light block working. So there's our searchlight lit, and I will turn down the, oh God, that's the color temp. I turn down this. We should not have any light coming out. It's very bright. Maybe that's too dark. Coming out the sides. I don't want any light. Oh, it's perfect. That looks great.
Yep.
There's no light coming out the side of our searchlights. There's no gap. There's nothing coming out the side of it. It's only coming out the front. And then what we'll do is let's test this side too.
This side is not as good.
I'm going to test this side and see how this looks. Nope, that's going to work perfect. That's going to work perfectly. No leaks at all. Not one bit. That's perfect. Looks great. No leaks around the sides or on the back, nothing.
Where's my phone? I need to turn off my lights.
Now I'm blind. Because it's very dark in here. The camera makes it look like it's lighter, but it's very dark in here. And I just shined one of these LEDs in my eyeball. So I am blind.
Okay. Yeah, these are bright.
They are very, very bright.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It is very bright.
Yep.
No.
And then what's going to happen is... this LED is, I believe, goes straight down, and we can even bend the wires on this a little bit. Just tap them down. They're going to run straight down, and I don't know where they go, but they did supply us with some tape.
They did.
I think they have us tape this a little later, but this wire is just basically going to go out to the bottom of the floor. Eventually.
Yeah, let's get this other...
yeah, let's get the other side mounted.
Floodlight mounted up here.
We'll get that done.
Little glue.
When I test fit it, I scratched some of the little paint off, so I'm going to replace that real quick. I just use my little AK flat black marker and just touch up where I just kind of scuffed it a little bit. Because once it goes in, it'll be fine. That's it.
Yeah.
Now this secures to the backside. It just fits over the pin, I believe. That just slides in here and rests just like that. And
yeah, I would glue on your outside housing first, so you don't fog up the LED by accident.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Look at you with all you with your cute ideas. You're smart.
I'm sometimes I'm not a complete imbecile.
Look at this cat. He's all smart over here.
When Todd gets married, I'm buying him a Makita heat gun.
Oh. Well, I did have a 20 amp circuit, dedicated circuit installed in that room just for that purpose because I know if I use the heat gun. Well,
if you want water knocking things over, then fine. You get your cord knocking over things and causing havoc. I go cordless whenever possible.
Yeah, but you still have to charge the thing. So anyway, yeah, we'll mount this. We'll mount this without the LED and let it dry.
Mm-hmm.
I breathe on it.
We'll be right back. Well, let's just come back.
You want to be right back? All right.
Let his glue dry. Yeah. Okay. All right, everybody. We're done with step 10. We've got our lights pushed in, and we've got our little tape strips down that come in the pack. They seem like pretty decent tape.
Yeah, this is like a fabric tape. These are actually taped in this is through step 10. Use tape. I like this tape. I tried to keep it from going into over the edges of the seams. But when you're running the wires, see this indentation, basically this screw hole. You want the wires basically right up against that coming out the bottom, because that's where the gap's going to be on the inside panel. One thing we did notice is that even when this panel is seated all the way, that LED is very recessed in there almost. It's kind of just sitting right almost level with this, but this side,
and this sucker sticks out like crazy.
Sticks out. But guess what you can do? Since we packed the back of this,
you can just jam it in there.
We're just going to push this back with our thumbnail.
And what I'm going to do is rebend my wires on the back.
And then it matches.
Kind of maintain. Here, push back, but I'm also pushing down on these when I push it back.
Yeah, so you can just lay these wires, just bend these wires flat.
Bend it.
Just push this back.
That'll hold it in place
where you want it to be.
So we're pretty close to dead even, but this ship was an old jalopy in the movie.
But that way, both of those sit evenly.
Pretty much evenly, yeah. Pretty close.
And there's our wires on the back, and our little packing job is still there. So that is how that looks, and that takes us through pack 10. Step 10. So step 11 is going to be grabbing a different panel, the inside panel of this, which is this guy.
This.
Right? So this is the inside wall of this particular wall, or inside panel. And there's 4 pins around this opening for the window.
Do we want to leave the outside film on again, or the inside film?
Well,
no, we want the inside film on.
Yeah.
So we're going to take off the outside film, because on the door we have the inside film on the door. Do we want to maintain that continuity?
No, I think for these windows, only because in my mind you could probably clean the door. These windows would have been battered so much. I'd rather have the outside be the kind of not shiny, not glossy. So for me, the outside surface is going to keep the film on,
so you want to peel the inside.
Yeah,
off.
We'll peel the inside. So I'm looking to see which side has some good scratches and damage and stuff.
I'm not picking favorites here. I'm just peeling off one layer. I don't care.
One layer. This side here looks good.
I'm fine either way.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're peeling off one layer. This is the best way to weather these windows, is to just leave one layer of film on.
Yep.
I think so. I was coming up with ideas with like frosted glass paint and all sorts of airbrushing and dry brushing techniques, and I'm like, just leave the film on one side, Todd said.
Yeah,
He's got the right idea.
We've done so much with the transparent film on clear parts, and you just know how it kind of looks. That now this does not stay on here. This is just sitting on here loose. It just aligns with the pins, and because what's going to happen is when we put this on, this is to sandwich the window in place. So we don't need any glue.
Yeah.
That ridge right there is going to do that. So this now fits on here.
Yeah.
There are multiple pins around here. Those pins fit in these holes.
And we need glue now.
We can just do a test fit. We are going to test fit this together.
Yes,
remember what I said?
I will test fit.
The reason we wanted those wires to come out right next to those posts is because there's the notches for those wires, and that's how it looks. I want to make sure it fits all the way around.
There they are,
just like that.
Yeah,
it grabs that window, our nice little foggy window, which you can probably see if I put something black behind it. It is a little.
And what I would do here, everybody,
what do you got?
Is grab whatever clamps you got. Todd, do you have any clamps?
Oh, I have clamps. Bro, do I have clamps?
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna break out my bougie DeWalt clamps. You could use any clamps you want.
I'm just gonna spring clamp. I got all sorts of spring clamps and
any excuse I have for fancy DeWalt clamp usage, I will do it.
Yeah, I have
these are.
You know what? I have a set of those. I don't know where they are.
You bought them, the micro clamps?
I have a whole box of them somewhere. Let me see.
No, I was going to order you some for a holiday or something.
Low voltage driver, a Wally Lego. I feel like they're down in this general direction. Aha!
Well, Todd.
Ha 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 ha.
What?
Aha! All of my bar clamps. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
They have rubber tips on them, so that's nicer.
Oh, those are the Harbor Freight ones.
Yeah, well, I got them on Amazon, but yes.
All right, a little crazy glue in these holes.
Yep, I'm gonna pre-stage these a little bit, just so I can pop them on real easy.
Gonna plop this down. Then I'm going to clamp the hell out of this thing.
I'll grab a couple more. We just want to make sure that we're gluing this around all the way around evenly. So that is what we're trying to solve.
We want to maintain constant pressure on both these panels. So bar clamps are my favorite because they also act as part stands because they all have kind of the same height to them when you sit them down like that. I think that's pretty good. I can throw one inside the door, I think. There we go. There we go. 5 should do it. There we go. Bar clamp together. I'm going to check the edges. Make sure they look nice and firm and aligned and squeezed together. Looks good to me. But I did say to Holiday Inn Express last night, so what the hell do I know, right? Well, I think we'll be right back after Todd finishes his clamping session.
Yes.
All right. We'll see everybody in a sec. Okay, well, we're all glued and clamped, and we have hopefully cured enough, just like bacon. There we go. Okay. Look at that. I'm clearly much faster at moving clamps than Todd.
Now, have you noticed that circuit board we put in has this four little pin adapter? See that?
Yes.
So we have this
right
plug,
there.
And that's what this is going to plug into for the roof.
Yeah, this little sucker.
The roof.
The roof.
The
God,
roof.
Todd, you and roofs.
I know. That's what makes it so we can remove the roof. Right? So
Todd has
the
a
fly bridge
tile roof.
So the fly bridge will be able to come off of this. I guess it goes this way, like this. The fly bridge will
It's going to be
come
modular.
off, and you'll be able to look down inside the cabin. So, but yes, the biggest thing is that we got this nice flat all the way around.
Yeah, look at that.
And sealed up nicely.
We didn't need glue around the edges. We just put them on all the posts and clamped everything down.
Yeah.
And let it sit for a few minutes.
And that's it. That's our back wall. And that gets us through, I believe that was step 12.
Oh, yes.
For step 13, we're going to need the last thing on the sprue, which is this little clasp.
Uh-huh.
So we're
a little guy right there.
Cut this guy off.
Wait, what's going on? I need eyeballs for these little parts. I'm so damn blind now up close after my LASIK. It's pitiful.
And that little clasp is going to go right there in that groove. And it's going to fit.
Oh, thanks for showing me, Todd.
Just like that. We'll glue that in. That's a
fantastic
hasp, I guess, for a lock.
Hasp?
Like maybe a hasp for the door. Oh, maybe that's what this is. That's for the door. So they could deadbolt the door or something, perhaps. So
maybe
it is a little hasp, lock hasp.
Well, you know, whatever Todd says, everybody just he knows his words. I just look at pictures and stick parts in place where pictures tell me to.
Yeah,
that's me. Todd knows terminology.
Is that why you like my website, my build site so much? Is that you can just follow the pictures? You don't read the
Just
words
follow
at
the
all.
pictures, Todd. I don't read the words.
I do know that.
Don't even pretend you don't know. I don't read the words.
Here you go. There's our little lock hasp.
The only words I read are required documents for work.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. And now
I'm
14.
an IT guy.
Yes. 14. We
Look at this.
We good to put our door on. So I'm gonna get
Woohoo!
these hinges to 90 degrees, just like before. There's slots that the hinges drop that down into on our door frame.
All right.
We'll give that a real quick test fit.
Let's see how this fits. Okay. All right.
Just like so.
Okay, we're gonna have to like push on it a little bit.
Yeah,
we'll push
this way, but I'm definitely going to, as the glue sets, is keep this door centered in the frame just by hand.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go up, down, side to side, make sure it's like just right.
Yep.
So I'm gonna open the door slightly, pop it out, or drop it. Get some crazy glue into just the bottom half of that pocket. And then we are going to put our hinges in. And from the outside,
so make
I'm
sure
going to
seated.
push in. And I'm going to push down a little bit this way also.
Yeah, so I'm pushing. I'm basically going to put my fingers at opposite corners of this door. And I'm going to just apply, while I'm applying pressure to hold it into the panel, I'm also centering it. So it's centered in the frame.
Yeah. Now that I have it centered, though, it's getting some kicker.
I know. You're going to have kicker.
Kicker.
Just want it
kicker,
nice,
baby.
Nice and centered in the frame so there's a nice even gap all the way around the door.
Yes.
And then I'm just going to leave it alone. And we'll let that dry.
Yep. Let that dry. Well, we'll be back in a minute.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Doors are in, and it opens and closes. Nice. Doesn't matter once the shark starts eating everything, but
yeah, it doesn't.
It's biting into the back of it, but yeah.
But you should be able to open and close the door, and the hinges are just stiff enough that it holds itself in place. That's pretty good.
Yeah, they are nice and stiff. I do appreciate that. You got your little thing here?
I do. I did want to call out that there are some mold marks. There's injection pin marks on one side of this.
Yeah.
I would recommend putting those towards the down. So this is the bottom of the wall.
Yeah.
And the tab of this fits in this slot right here. But that way, if you put them on the bottom, you won't see them. It's probably to hold some fishing poles or something. And we'll glue that in real quick. It should be perpendicular to the wall. So just when you get it in here,
oh, it's a nice tight fit, actually.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty good fit.
Oh, it stays level. It's good.
Yeah,
you don't need to hold it.
No, you don't need to hold it. I just want to make sure that it's
done a little more zip
level,
Todd's
as
favorite
level
product.
as it can be. I try to look at the edges and say, okay, that's level with the wall. Just like that, and let that dry. In the meantime, we can that finishes step 15. And 16, we're going to label some of our wires. So we'll need our label tape here. Yes. What'd you do?
My fan blew my number labels away.
Excellent. We're going to need label 7.
Dumbass.
So we'll pull 7 off of here, and 7 is going to go, roughly a centimeter or so below on this
the
5 plug that comes off of this wall. So we're just going to put that on here.
There we go. And if you overshoot a little bit, just fold it over. It's fine.
There's that. And then number 8.
Number 8
is going to go around the other wire of this wall. Again, about the same distance, a centimeter or so.
Yep.
So we have our wires labeled. There you go. Number 8 and number 7.
There we go.
And that gets us through
7 and 8.
Step 16 and 17. And guess what we get to do now?
Oh, yeah. Oh, baby.
That's right. Mount it on the floor.
We're going to, jam it down right on there.
3 posts.
Nice.
Watch your wires and make sure your wires don't get pinched. It's just
no, wires are clear.
It's going to fit along your back wall. Make sure the wires come out the bottom okay. And if you can imagine more of those PWB D4 2x3 by 6 screws. 3 of those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and these big posts. Yeah. We'll get 3 of those.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Fun times.
And I'm not going to go super tight. I'm just going to kind of go snug on these until the sidewalls come in. I don't want to put any extra torque or tension on this until we know what up and straight is. So I like to just make these just snug, just enough to hold the parts together. Not tight.
He's only mostly dead.
That's right.
Yes. Todd's going mostly tight. I'm just going full tight.
He's going full tight, as he does.
Because I throw caution to the wind. I fully tighten everything.
Is that's step 18, which is the last step of this stage. So that completes our excuse me, Jesus. That completes what is it, stage 11? I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry everybody. Todd had a Pepsi.
I did. Have yourself a Pepsi. So there is the back wall of our cabin, now complete with our opening door and our working deck lights.
Do you feel like a pepper too?
Yes.
Well, let's get our parts out for stage 12, and we'll be right back.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, everybody. We're back with some more cabin panels.
Stage 12.
And windows.
Yeah.
Yes.
So these are the side panels. Outside, inside is the wood panels. And we're going to put the windows in.
We're doing this one first.
Yeah. Both these window panels, these clear window panels are the same, except and they're eventually going to just fit right over these 2 pins at the angled front here. And then these other holes are just lined up. Yeah. That's just, they're kind of alignment pins. We are going to peel the inside of this off.
Yes.
I just picked a side.
Just the inside.
Peel the inside of this off.
This is a great, don't have to do anything weathering option. Is just leave the film on the outside of the windows or the inside, depending on how they're adhered. Like for the door, we peeled off the outside of the film because that's what sticks to the double-sided tape.
Yep.
But for all the other ones so far, we're going with the inside peeling off
the inside and letting the outside film. Because the way these are going to be held in place is these guys with these pins are going to be placed over those, right? So we're going to lock these in. These are all marked number 1. There's 3 number 1s and there's a number 2. All of them are the same, except the number 2 has a hole, and that hole is where the magnet, that little tiny magnet we showed earlier, is going to go. So just know the difference that these are all the same except for that one hole. So we are going to pull
for this
particular side.
We're going to take
the left side of the cabin or
1s.
port side. We're going to take 2 number 1s and cut them off. So we'll do that right now. And we'll try to get those as nice and close to the part as we can.
With your finest nippers. Or if you don't have fine nippers, just take a glass cheapo nail file from Amazon. One of these little doodads.
Yeah. You can just clean up
and
the
you
edge
could just
if you needed to.
If
this edge, I don't think you're going to see this edge, so I'm not really worried about the...
Yeah, you're probably not.
Edges,
I'm just demonstrating. You could just kind of whack it a couple times.
Yeah, and then these are going to go in here. There's 2 pins on this. The 2 pins in here are just going to go into those holes right through the glass like that. They are loose fit. I am putting the numbers so it's the 1 is facing up properly. I don't think it matters. And it's going to look just like that. Now these are loose. They do need to be glued, but we can't use CA here. So we're going to use B7000. B7000 is a non-CA glue, so it doesn't haze clear plastic. It's more like almost like a quick setting rubber cement. Yes. He has
good. It's like shoe goo.
Yeah. Why do you have a big one and mine's so little?
Well, because in real life you have a very big one and mine is microscopic.
So you're overcompensating.
Yes. This is my lifted Dodge Ram 3500.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Cummins
Yes.
diesel.
Yes.
This is my Corvette ZR1 Grand Sport of
Excellent.
glue.
Yeah. So
Yes,
we use this. You could
yeah.
also use a PVA glue. You could use God. You could. I think you can use extra thin. Like Samia's extra thin. That also I don't think will
No,
craze. But
I
it
don't know about
can.
that.
But I like to use
It can
some kind
craze plastic.
of a multi-purpose rubber cement for this kind of stuff. And so I love it. It has a tiny little applicator tip on this little guy. And
And
so
the B7000 does string, so make sure you pull away from your glass.
yeah,
It'll
yeah.
string out of the tip.
And that's what's going to seal this. And since this inside has got the tape or the film removed, we're just going to fill those little holes and maybe just do a little guy. It is very
I did a
stringy.
thin little bead between the holes.
Yep, and we'll do that. And then pull.
Very
I pull
thin
this
bead.
way because it does like to make strings.
Yeah.
And we'll take our number one. We'll line our number one in there, just like that. Give it just a gentle squeeze. Really, we're just holding this window in. I don't want it to spooge out the sides. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Don't need very much. Don't need a ton.
No.
So we'll fill the holes, and then we'll just run a string up the middle, little line up the middle.
Todd fills holes a lot easier than I do. That's why I've got a
away.
bigger tube.
Again, I like to put the number one so it's upright. Line that up and just gently push the parts together. I don't need to. If I squeeze it really, really hard, it'll push the glue out the sides. I don't want that.
Don't clamp these down.
No. We're just going to give them a little gentle squeeze. And all we're doing is we want that something to hold that window in. So it looks like that.
Yes.
And that'll get us to that step two is putting these pieces on. It's also on the other part that does have the number two and that little recess. These are the angled.
We're going to go over here.
These two guys are the same, but they are angled at the top and bottom, and that's what's meant to fit over the pins at the front here.
We want this first one right here.
Yeah, we're going to take the one farthest away from the number two, even though I think both these parts are the same.
And then you'll see the mold extraction.
Yeah, you can see
marks. You want those facing in.
Those are ejector pin marks, and yeah, we want to hide those. We want to put it on this way, so this part's out. Match the top and bottom angled surfaces to this, so it's going to go on just like this with these flat surfaces. And then we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to run a little bit around the pins, just a little bit. It's still a B7000, and just a little along the edge here. A little around the pin, a little up there. And then we'll take this part and just place it over the pins and squeeze it on, just like that.
Yes.
There's no friction here. That part just drops right on.
I'm just going to use a flathead screwdriver to push mine down, just to give it a little pressure. And
squeeze it too much.
We're going to do the other side in the exact same way. But we got to cover that whole number two thing because we got a magnet involved coming up. So we're gonna have to go over that.
So that's this panel with the window installed, and that's what it looks like.
Yes. There we go. Crappy on the outside, clear on the inside, sort of. But that's how we want it. Like, you don't want clean glass on this thing. None of the ship was clean.
So what we'll do real quick is let's put the magnet in. So in this number two, let's go ahead and cut this guy off.
Yeah. No, I'm going to do the magnet while it's on the sprue so I have better control.
Whatever.
What?
We're gonna glue this now because we can use CA and we'll let it dry, and that way we can get that in there. So we're gonna find that.
And I'm just gonna use a screwdriver to pull it out of the bag.
Oh God! Look at that little tiny, itty bitty, tiny little thing.
Yep. Oh my God! I got CA glue on my camera lens of my phone.
Good job. So there's that little magnet.
Oh my God! Genius, Ian.
And that little magnet is going to drop in there. So I'm going to grab my ceramic tweezers because they're non-metallic, and we'll put some glue in there. Just a tiny bit. We don't need a ton.
I'm going to push mine in with a toothpick.
All right. Whatever you need to do.
Mm-hmm. Actually, the best thing to use is a silicone cuticle pusher.
Yeah.
Which I do have. Well, because silicone, nothing really sticks to silicone very easily. So these are on Amazon. They're really, you just look up silicone cuticle pusher and you can basically work a crazy glue with the silicone tip and nothing sticks to it.
There you
So it
go.
makes it very easy. There we are. And we can
yeah, I just put a tiny drop of super glue. I dropped this in there. I used the flat side of this to make sure it was in there nice and flat and flush. And
yeah,
that's
there
the
we
magic.
go. So now we're going to do, what are we going to do? The same thing
We're going to do the same thing on the other side.
Let's peel
same
off
thing.
this
I
plastic.
got to peel off the inside of the window. The only difference on this side is where this, and I believe it is the CV mount, is this guy here with the magnet, the number 2, goes in this forward position. It goes right there. Because the CB should hold with a magnet right there. So we'll go ahead and get all this glued in. So just remember the number 2 with the magnet goes on this forward post. Okay?
Yeah.
And we'll be right back.
All right. Sounds good. Be right back. All right, everybody. Windows are in. Hallelujah. Todd's are cleaner than mine. I had a little boo-boo with some of my gravity magic rubber.
It's weathering.
It's fine. It adds character.
Yes.
Someone sneezed on the window over here. Or it's half wiped off dried vomit from their heavy drinking of peach schnapps.
Yes.
Is it schnapps? Right?
I don't know.
Case of schnapps?
Yeah.
2 cases?
Yeah.
I think that's what he wanted. Now we got to...
Yeah, so step 6 was getting the window in. Step 7 was putting in these 7, 8, 9. That was getting all the stuff. We're on and down to step 10. We're actually going to attach these walls to the floor. And there's a way to do this that's a little easier if you just kind of pay attention. So what we're going to do is pay attention to these 2 front tabs. These front tabs need to hook behind that front cabin wall. So when you grab this base, make sure these wires are kind of going out the back.
Yeah.
We don't want to pinch anything. Just there's 2 posts in here. There's 2 posts right here that these are going to mount to. So what we want to do is just hook those tabs around those posts, just like that. All you got to do is just hook them. And once those are hooked, then get the bottom post. There's 2 bottom posts that go into the wall.
Right there. Boom.
And those are going to pop into the bottom of the floor, just like that. And then at the back, there's going to be 3 pins on our side wall that go into 3 holes of the back wall. And they just drop right in, just like that. And that's it.
I'm a little scared of using CA glue.
We're going to glue these. It does say to glue these 3 pins. But what I'm going to do is, I agree with him, is because this is so close to our window, is we're going to use our B7000 or rubber cement on these 3 pins.
Yes.
So I'm just going to back that wall off a little bit. And we'll use our, wherever the hell I put it. Where did I put it? Hello?
Todd, it's a tiny tube. That's why you can't find it.
I got it. Calm down.
Your little baby tube.
I'm just going to put a little bit of our little baby tube of this. And this
I'm going to put a little masking tape on this sucker.
I'm just going to do that and get rid of any strings.
I'm going to put a little bit of tape on
the
this
nice thing about the
B7000
too
glue these on.
Yeah, this takes a little while to dry. So that's
you have some room to work.
We'll get to that. Time. We're going to center these back up.
I'm going to do this.
Those 4 pins or those 3 pins.
3 pins, yeah, but I'm going to tape it right here.
That's probably not
because
a bad idea.
They want us to put on the other side also before we start.
I want this to dry, and this is good because remember I said I didn't tighten the screws for this back wall. I want all this stuff kind of settle in place, and so I will do the same. I will tape that. I'll just get some. I just 3M. This is 3M blue painter's tape, low tack tape. I have rolls and rolls and rolls of this, and we're just going to tape this corner in. I'll tape up here too, just a little bit.
Yep. I got my blue edge lock. Just what I grabbed. I don't know. Doesn't make a difference.
And the nice thing about B7000 is it's not a hard acrylic glue like CA can be. So it has some flexibility into it. So it'll allow us to, even though it'll hold here at this corner, it'll allow us to adjust,
wiggle,
to make sure we can get everything perfectly straight. So
we could wiggle jiggle.
Yeah. So now they want us to do the other side. So it's exactly the same thing. If I can figure out where I put that wall. Oh, over here. Found it. Same thing.
Right
We're going to take these 2 hooks, hook them up here in the front over those front posts behind the front cabin, just like that. Drop the bottom 2 posts down into the floor, and then these three pins go right into the back wall, just like.
Listen to what Todd says.
Just like that.
That's the easiest way.
That's it. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my B7000 to these 3 pins. And then something tells me we're about to put in a whole bunch of screws.
Yes. We'll be right back after he's done gluing. All right, everybody. We've got our sidewalls in. We got some tape on here. Not on the window film. Not there. Just on that. Down there.
Yeah, this was just until this glue set up. We'll take these off. Yeah. But while this was close, when I'm almost done, we went ahead and started to get the walls screwed into place. So there's 2 screws at the bottom of each wall.
Yes, right there and there.
Right here and here. At the front, there are 2 in those tabs.
And there.
2 screws in there.
And there.
1 on each thing. What I do recommend is there's a little play in this, is pull these walls in to kind of close this gap here. Just pull these walls in when you tighten those screws, just to make sure that I already did it. So
right in the front.
Yeah, just to make sure that this is nice and tight right here, so you don't have a gap there. You just as you tighten these screws, these front screws, just push these walls in. Just make sure they're nice and up against the plastic like they're supposed to be. And then finally,
there's the other stuff that pulls these in.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah, but it doesn't hurt to like close gaps while we're on the way. There's one screw, and these are all D4s, those 2x3x6 screws, the PWBs. Oh, there's one at each bottom corner.
I missed those.
At the rear of each sidewall. There's one corner screw that Ian decided we didn't need.
I didn't. I said I had 4 screws in. I thought you were like, okay, that's enough.
Yes. And that's it. There's our the basic 4 walls of our cabin assembly.
And then if you want to pre-scent your model, wear a pair of socks for about 6 days on a Greyhound bus. Take them off and then just rub them inside the cabin.
Oh, gross.
Well, because that's probably what it smelled like. My buddy took a Greyhound bus from Phoenix to New York City once, and he was on the thing for 4 or 5 days. And he got off the bus wearing slippers. And I said, where are your shoes and socks? And he took out a sock, and it was stiff as a board. And he clanged it on something.
I actually love the way those windows just kind of looked all marred and kind of messed
up. They just look hazy and crappy.
Yeah, I mean, without the reflection of the lights. You can still see in there. I mean,
you can still see, no problem.
Things. It's not great, but you can recognize things.
Yeah, but it's just perfect. It's perfect. Just leave the film on the outside, or in this for the door on the inside.
My poor camera's trying to focus on it, and it can't. It's just blurry enough.
I know.
If I look in there with my own eyes, I can read the flag chart. Barely. I mean, I can tell what it is. I can recognize it. The camera doesn't want to.
I need glasses to see that damn thing.
I'm gonna leave this tape on.
Yes.
This is the end of the stage, by the way. This completes stage 12. I'll leave these on just to give that glue a really good chance to dry for the upper pins on these walls, these back 3 pins, and because we're gonna start working on the roof, whatever.
Oh, whatever. You say whatever the hell you want, buddy.
We're going to start working on the roof assembly. It's actually the bottom part of the roof because this flybridge is the top part of the roof.
So we're working on the ceiling, actually.
Yes, this will be the cabin ceiling is what's next. That'll be in our next stage.
Yes. All right. Let's get our parts out, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody. Todd and I have been fast at trying to mod this thing. We watched the Wayne's short of how he replaced the stiff tube for the light with a piece of shrink tubing or
I
similar.
think it's shrink tubing. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
But
it is.
what you're supposed to
Yeah.
do is take this tube. This tube goes through here. Now that tube just passes straight through, so I recommend keeping this flat on the desk. That goes through there, and then you would begin to feed this light. Now this is the one that doesn't have any plug on it. These wires will go down this tube and come out the top, and then this lamp shade will go on the end of it. But I did a couple things differently, and I think you've kind of followed the idea. Is instead of using the tube, not going to use the tube, is I put on from the back of the LED about 25, 27 millimeters of 2 millimeter heat shrink. So it looks more like a cable. Then I took a little bit of our black tack or blue tack, whatever you want, and I put a little bead around the back of the LED, and I want that to act as my gasket. So, and it actually holds the lamp on. But I'm just going to keep rolling this between my fingers until it gets to about the diameter that it'll slide into the back of this lamp. We're almost there.
And then I'm shoving mine in there. I've done the same thing, and I'm shoving it down into the hole, the black tack putty, with a toothpick.
Yeah. And then
and we're not going to glue this.
That's perfect.
Just going to do that.
Yep. I can push this in, so the LED is coming out back there. Oh, by the way, we also sanded the tips of these LEDs. Like a 1500 grit, just a sandpaper, and all that was to help diffuse them a little bit. I also did the other LED that's still on the end of this short wire. I also just sanded the tip. So all we're doing was just clouding the tip up. It helps diffuse the light a bit. It's not as bright and sharp. So this one got that same treatment. So now that this is in here like so, we're just going to kind of take anything that's extra, and we'll shove it down in there. And then
the interior light, both of them are warm white LEDs, which is really pleasant. Yeah. Exterior lights are all bright white LEDs, but the interior are proper warm white, like incandescent, which is why you sand the bulbs to frost them so they look more like those, old white coated glass incandescent bulbs.
Yep. And then I'm just going to peel this.
Here's mine done.
Peel any excess off working here.
And there's no light bleed because Todd came up with the idea for using the black tack putty in there.
Just as a gasket, really.
Yeah.
I'm going to tuck mine down. I'm just peeling off the last bits of it here. That way the light, otherwise the LED would have, without the tube, the light would come up through the top of the lampshade and shine on the ceiling. And I didn't want that. I want it to be very moody and kind of...
Cinematic.
Cinematic. There you go. That's a good word.
Yes.
Just twist that around and get that last little piece off. And there you go. It just fills that space. There's a little bit there. We can just tuck that in with a fingernail. And then it fills that space. It acts as a gasket. And now what we do is this, I measured this. The reason it's 25, 27 millimeters is that's how long it would have been if we used the tube. It gives us an idea of how much of this needs to stick out the roof. So now we can feed these wires through.
The roof,
whatever.
The roof is on fire.
All we got to do is bring this until that heat shrink just gets right to the top edge of the panel. There's the heat shrink, and we're just going to get to the top edge, and then this is going to get taped. And then what I can do is you'll see then the light just hangs, and it has some bend to it, and we'll just get it so it hangs straight. That way it's hanging by a cable, and it looks a little more realistic, I think.
Yeah, a little less.
You guys tell me. It feels a little more like it's hanging from a cable than from a hard tube. That is what we're doing. Let me see.
And if a shark attacks your boat, the light will swing.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't do this and you had the tube and you had the lampshade, it would end up being the same stuff.
Oh, it's going to be
the lampshade. The pipe fits in the lampshade fits up through here, and we end up in this same situation. I am going to jump to the point where we tape this. Because I do believe it goes towards the angled part like this, right?
It's going to go forward.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's going forward. So all I'm going to do is we're going to get some of our little pieces of tape they gave us here. We'll get a piece of this tape.
Oh, they all fell out of my bag. Now they're everywhere. Thanks.
I'll turn this over. Because this tape is like a fabric tape, and so it takes a little bit to get it off the backing here.
Yeah.
I usually run a.
It's easy if you kind of bend it at a sharp angle at the end.
Yeah, I run a razor blade in there or X-Acto knife.
I just use my fingernails.
Yep. And then we'll just get this thing so it's going towards the front of the boat, and we'll just tape over it. The light's not. There's no light to come up in here, so I don't have to seal this hole. So that way I can get this just taped down just like that.
I'm gonna put a second piece of tape on here.
No, hell no. Did they give us extra? I just want to make sure we have enough.
I don't know. Who knows? I have other tape I can use.
That's true.
That's true. That is true.
And then
so now we need to.
This has some flexibility, so you can just kind of bend this and adjust this until it. And it's hard to show from underneath, but it just hangs down just like a lamp.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead about explaining how this JST connector is going to go on.
Yes, the JST connector.
That's important.
So we'll turn this over with my dinky light. And our JST connector is in that same little bag that the stickers and the magnet was in. We'll get that out of here. And if you remember correctly, when I mentioned these before, there's a smooth side on this plug, and there's a side with the tiny little tabs. These two little white, tiny little tabs. Those tabs are what grab onto. If you look at the crimped ends of this wire.
Yes.
There's two. You can see them. I'm trying to show them, but they're really hard to see.
You don't want to reverse them because
there's two little teeth. Yeah, there's two little teeth on here that grab onto those tabs. The biggest thing, like he said, is getting the polarity correct. Is you want to make sure the right side, the red wire goes. Sorry, the the red wire goes into the right side, and so if we hold this, black, red. There's the plug with the tabs. Well, there's the plug with the tabs. We have our black wire. Maybe move my fingers back a little bit. And our red wire. The black wire.
Can you zoom in a little more, Todd?
Yeah, sure. I think so. Let's see this way. Hello.
Yeah, show the side profile of how they go into the tab, though. It's like they drop down. They've got the little barb at the top.
They have a barb at the top. The barb at the top is what grabs onto these little white tabs. That's not going to focus like that. Oh, see, now that I'm zoomed in, it doesn't want to focus. But those tabs is what grabs. Let's do one at a time. We'll just do the black wire. So grab the black wire. You can see how the bottom part of this comes down. And all that's going to do is slide in here like this and lock. And when you push it in far enough, that little barb on the top is going to catch that tab on the plug. And then now that's on here. And we're going to do the same exact thing on the red one. Just like that. And then I'm going to zoom back out because then I can bring it up to the camera.
Then you're going to test your LED again.
Yeah, your plug should look like that. And if we bring over the test board and plug it into this socket here, where's my USB? And plug the USB in. There's our light.
Yes. Very good.
Okay. And then try not to. I always try to hold the plug when you unplug the socket. Don't pull on the wires. But anyway, that gets us through. Getting the light installed and everything was steps 1, 2, and 3. Getting the plug on the end was step 4. Step 5 was testing it, just like we did, using this little socket next to the power port. Step 6 was taping it. Yeah, they taped it this way. I like going across.
I use 2 pieces.
I don't know where this is going to go yet, so I don't want to tape this end.
No, but we can always pull the tape off.
We shall see. But we needed to label this wire. This wire gets label number 4. So we go back to our label sheet.
Number 4.
We'll grab number 4. Yeah, again, about a centimeter or half inch from the end, I should say. And
that's 12.5 millimeters.
Yeah, whatever. It's just close.
They say 10 millimeters.
Yeah, whatever. It's close.
Yeah, close enough.
Now, they want us to test the other light. This is the other LED on here. We can test that again with the circuit tester. It's always good to
I'm going to use the Mike Lane tester.
No, that's fine.
Works
I'm
fine.
going to use the one supplied with the boat. And there's our LED.
I've sanded it.
It is lit and working. This one is also sanded, but I did bend the tip of this to about 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Because this one needs to sit flush. That LED is going to come out through this hole. I don't know what this light is. Probably just some work light or something. I think this is the
It's
light.
just a regular ceiling light.
I think this is a regular light. This is the light that's over the table. And so this one is going to pop in there like that and also go towards the front of the boat. We'll give this some tape.
There will be no light bleed because the red fly bridge is going to go on top of this thing.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that because this is going to be sealed between the decks.
Yes, you can put your tape wherever the hell you want just to hold it down in place. So I'm going to put my tape crossways for maximum tapeage. I mean, if you really want to be paranoid, we can throw a tiny bit of black tack on the back of the bulb also.
I'm not. Nah.
I mean,
nope.
Want to be cray cray.
That's good enough.
No, that's an extra hold. It's extra adhesion.
Yeah.
Just shove the little black tack putty in there.
That's okay. You can do that.
Little patafix. Yeah. There we go.
I don't even know where my stuff went. Where's my.
There we go. There's the light.
Here's a little.
And we're going to.
There's some patafix.
Plug.
Black tack, blue tack, whatever you want to use.
Yeah, nice.
Grab a little ball.
The sanded light looks really, really good. It sanding the lights really makes a nice difference. It frosts them. It makes them look even more incandescent, even though they're already warm white LEDs, which was a good move by Agora. It makes them look sanded. Like it makes them look, more mellow and old school.
Yeah. The one with the light we just put in, this is going to get tagged number 5.
Yes, number 5.
The number 5 tag.
You know what we need? That's number 5. We need a robot named number 5.
We really do.
We need a model of that.
We need a Johnny 5.
Hey guys, hey, let us know in the comments. Hit subscribe, but definitely hit up the comments and just let us know how many of you want a part work model, a large scale, like half scale Johnny 5, like a 3-foot tall Johnny 5 with light lips and sounds and working eyelids.
Even a third, like a third 2-foot tall one.
Whatever, 2-3 feet, whatever. Yeah. How many people want a Johnny 5?
We're gonna put in the pin connector.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and label it now because it's easier to do while it's not connected to anything.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt.
This one is number 6.
Number 9.
Yeah, number 9.
Or is it 6? It's 6. Number 9, number 6. I don't know.
I'm just gonna
one or the other.
Throw the number 6 on there. It doesn't have a line. It could be number 9. Look, it's number 9. No, it's number 6. No, it's 69.
Yeah, I know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
No clue.
And that is going to go with the pins down through this little slot, just like that.
Yep, right there. Like that.
We're going to hold that in with not, surprisingly,
not the long screws.
No, these are the 2x3x4 screws. Now this is the
these little guys.
Small little bag of 3 screws that came separate, not the longer ones. So we're going to use 2 of these to hold this circuit board in. I'm going to lean that right there while I get these screws out.
Yep.
And these are also called D4 or D = 4. I don't know if that's die cast, plastic. I don't know what that means. Really don't.
I have no idea, dude.
But
all I know
circuit boards, I only make snug. I don't even try to tighten them. I don't want to put any stress on a circuit board.
Once 2 fingers can't turn the screw, that's tight enough.
Yeah, I just
once 2 fingers, just like that, with your fingertips, can't turn it. That's it. And don't use a ratchet. Personally, I would just use a regular screwdriver.
Yeah, well, I can feel the difference.
So
anyway, we're gonna do that, and surprisingly, we're gonna put a piece of tape on this too.
Oh my God! No way! You're kidding me.
I know yeah, it's gonna be taped.
My Lord, who would have thunk? Hey, wait a second. Where'd my tape go? Okay. I clearly am wasting tape tonight. I peeled it off the backing and it vanished.
Okay.
It's probably stuck to my toe.
Just to make sure all these wires are heading towards the front.
I'm going to wake
like
up.
That. That'll get us through step
like,
13 now, because step 12 was putting the circuit board, or step 11 was putting the circuit in. 12 was getting it screwed. 13 was getting some tape on it. Now we need to get our fly bridge or flying bridge, whatever you'd like to call it. Doesn't really matter.
Yes.
And what they're going to have us do is use a couple pieces of tape.
More tape.
More tape. So I'm going to get a couple pieces of tape ready.
I've wasted so many pieces of already. There's a flying bridge. Careful, don't push down on it. You're sitting on your spotlight. Don't want to break that sucker. Ask me how I know.
Did you break your spotlight?
No, I didn't. I was just like, if anyone was going to break it, it would have been me. Just hold it up in the air while you're putting your tape on. We just want to avoid these screw head things.
Yeah, this is all about keeping the wires away from the mounting points.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it.
So we're going to grab these two pieces of tape. I have my fly bridge right here. We're going to turn it over. Oh, I unplugged my wires. I should need to plug these back in. Hold, please.
One moment, please. There we go. All right. Got my tape down. It's going to be a longer video than the last episode.
And I'm really adamant about tucking these wires in here. There's not going to be a lot of room between the front panel and this. And there's nothing, honestly, there isn't. There's nothing wrong with having more of this wire kind of in between the roof panels. So I'm going to run a piece here just to hold that there. And if I have to run this wire over here, I will do that. That's fine by me. So if it has to take a longer path, I don't want any extra wire up here. I'm really trying to simplify and keep that as minimally invasive between these panels as possible. So we had a couple pieces. That's step 14. It was just to kind of secure these wires and keep them away from these mounting posts. Then we need to actually take this roof panel and we want to thread all three of these wires up through the hole and to the circuit board, which tells me something a little different, is that I'm going to reroute these wires. So I'm going to pull these pieces of tape up. This is very sticky tape, by the way.
It is very sticky. That's surprisingly good for a part work model, that they have really sticky tape.
We're going to rotate these. I just want all of these wires to come up in this general direction here.
I think we're fine.
Yeah, well, you can do it any way you want. You don't do it. You don't have to build it my way.
I think we're okay. Yeah, I think this is gonna be fine. Just make sure you don't get it over any of the screw pegs, and you're good to go. That's really it.
Are you telling them the next step or just doing it?
Yeah. No, we're just shoving everything through the hole here. We're gonna make sure they don't interfere with any of the screw pegs underneath. And after this, we're just gonna flip her over and put some screws in the bottom. And then what World of Wayne did was he painted the heads of the screws with the Tamiya XF76 to color match them to the ceiling, which I think is a fantastic idea.
I don't have that paint.
Well, you have to order it like I did. Or you probably have a paint marker that's pretty close to the same color. So we're gonna need 6 more of those PWB screws. Todd's such a perfectionist. He's so awesome.
All right. That fits flush all the way around. My wires are up through the gap.
Yeah.
We got our thing. We got our little wire hanging and our LEDs in place. All right. Now, I'm not going to connect these wires because I can't hold this bridge together at the same time, but I am going to put these screws in. Are you plan on painting these screws? Is that what you said?
I am going to paint the screws, yes, with the Tamiya XF76, which you can only get in the 10 milliliter jar instead of the 23 milliliter jar.
You should check the AK pens and find out if there's one that matches and let me know.
I could do that, I guess. This is a Japanese navy color, but it might be in the AK paint marker set. They had some Japanese colors.
Yeah, and then I'm just fitting these 2 parts together. There's 6. These are the 2x3x6 screws. 6 of these.
It's also like the same color as like the inside of a Russian hospital room during the miniseries Chernobyl.
Because it'd be great if I could find a pen that is close to this in color.
Yeah, I'll check when I'm done with my.
And for the viewers, I mean, if they can find
screws.
an
And for the viewers, yes.
Yeah, because the AK pens are so nice to use.
They're so convenient. You don't need a paintbrush. You don't need to clean a paintbrush. You don't need to shake a jar of paint.
Yeah, I mean, I did some work on. I know that these bleed. The Navalites can bleed in the inside of the cabin. It's actually because the LED is so bright that it actually goes right through the back of the LED and out the back of the circuit board. So, if you had painted behind these in black, it would have probably solved the problem. I popped these off and kind of painted some black in there, and it improved it, but it still leaks through. And so I might, if I can get a matching paint, I'll probably just pop this off, or just get in here and just paint it, to block it. It's better. It's not perfect, but it's better.
I mean, just my opinion, but this is one of the first models I feel from any partwork company that's included SMD LEDs and very bright LEDs in its build.
Well, I had very bright. The Apache has them.
The what?
The Apache.
Yeah, the Apache has some very bright SMDs, but Agora seems to have started really going hardcore into using SMDs, which are so much brighter and so much better.
And smaller. So anyway, these are our 6 screws. This holds the roof on, and they are black. I can see why you wanted to paint them. Here's our wobbly hanging light. And we do need to plug in the 4, 5, and 6 into the appropriate sockets on this circuit board.
Yeah.
The one on the left.
Let me see here.
The one on the left is 5.
Oh.
The one at the bottom is, I believe, 6. And the one over here is 4. So we'll just get these plugged in.
Japanese RLM Grau. No, I don't think that's going to do it. I mean, it's close, but I don't think it's a match.
Well, if it's not a match, it's not a match.
No, not even close. No. I mean, there might be an AK play marker, but that's a whole other set of paint markers that people would have to buy, or a different marker. They're a little weird, too. No, they don't have anything close either. I mean, yeah, not really. That's just going to be Tamiya XF76. I'm just going to plug these in for now, because we can remove the whole top of the cabin off and get in there whenever we want. So I don't need to keep those screws right today.
No, you do not. So anyway, those are all now plugged in. How does power get to this board? Oh, it goes up to these pins.
Yeah, it goes to the 4-pin connector, 5-pin connector.
I'm tucking all of this in. I don't want any wires to stick out of the front of this compartment. So I'm trying to tuck in as much as I can because I don't want this to interfere with that the front panel of the flying bridge. So everything's tucked in there. Very low profile with those wires. Everything's plugged in. That is, so step 15 is running the cables up through the hole. Step 16 is getting all of the screws into the bottom of it. And step 17 is plugging all your wires in.
Man, after this model, I need a shower. This is nerve-wracking, some of this. Not nerve-wracking, but it's some work.
Yeah, I mean, I did mention this before. The spotlight wire should route down to these 2 pins. It's really just to keep this aligned and keep the wire out of the way. Keep it so it's nice and low against this. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing you.
Yeah.
You want to keep this wire so it doesn't bulge up or anything. Again, you're trying to make sure that when you put this front panel on, that nothing is interfering with it.
Press everything in right
speaking
there.
of which.
Speaking of which.
It's time to put this panel on. Yeah.
There we go.
Step 19 is to glue this panel on. So make sure all your plugs are in here. Do we have a way to test the electrics? Now those are all plugged in?
Not really. Not until we connect it to the cabin and plug the 4 wire in.
Can this is part of the cabin, and can this 5 wire be plugged into the test board? I think it can.
Yeah, we can do this. Here, watch this.
So if we were to bring this over to the test cabin, bring this around our little floppy things, drop this down to those 4 pins, these 4 pins engage the 4 holes here.
Properly in there.
Ta-da!
Just plug this in.
And then if this goes into the test board, so if we plug that in to our test board.
Where the hell is my test board?
And then power the test board.
There it is.
Does everything come on? Oh, it is kind of lit. Oh, it is lit. So,
okay.
Well, that one's not lit.
Nav lights, floodlight.
This is lit.
All the lights.
Nav lights lit. Both interior lights. What do we got here?
Spotlight's lit.
Oh yeah, that light's lit.
One rear light is lit.
Well, it's because this has to plug into something else. We didn't connect this wire.
Well, we could plug that into the test board as well.
But we can plug that into the socket of the test board right here.
Yep. Okay. Everything is now lit.
There you go.
Yep.
So then, both back lights are lit.
Shit. Oh, sorry.
Spotlight is lit. There's your nav light. There's your interior light. Yeah. And I can even make this more interesting because we'll turn down my studio lights. Turn down the studio lights here. You can see the interior light is on. Our little hanging light, which is swinging around on its own, is also lit. You can see the light it's throwing on the casting on the ground there.
Yeah,
that is
looks
lit.
Great.
Oh, I can show you up through here. So there you go. There's our interior lights. Both our interior lights are lit. Our spotlight is lit.
This is awesome.
Our nav lights are lit, and our back.
Oh, I love it.
The deck lights are both lit.
Todd, this is the first boat I've built.
Yeah.
Besides the U-boat. I mean, the U-boat's technically a boat.
Yeah. Well, yes, the fact that you can put this together, test this with this board, with this socket and this socket, the outside sockets, is great because now I feel better about putting this front cover on and gluing this front cover on.
Committing to the glue.
Right. Because putting this on now, it's pins. It looks really great.
It would be risky.
If I didn't know the electronics worked, I would probably not be gluing this on if I didn't test the electronics. But since all of our electronics work, all of our LEDs work, our nav lights work, everything works, I feel much more comfortable.
Send it home.
I am going to glue that front cover on. So
I've snapped mine in place, and
I'll leave this connected for right now. I'm going to unplug it, but I will leave it connected to the test board. I need to bring my lights back up, and we will get this glued in.
Yes. Oh, that's great. That's awesome.
That looks really good. It's going to sit. Everything just sits perfectly flush. Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, this thing is so well engineered.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pins, 5 holes on the back of the front deck here.
Yep.
And we're just going to throw
Get the
glue in
glue
there.
in there. Perfect. I'm going to put a little bit on the edges here.
Oh, here and here? So I think
Yeah.
he's talking right here just to seal this gap really, really nicely. It fits so flush, I don't think I'll need it. I might put a little dab, but I probably don't need it.
I'm putting a tiny dab, just the very tiniest dab.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing. Oh my God, that fits like a glove.
Nah, that's why I don't think it needs glue.
Oh, no, it sticks out a tiny bit on this side.
I just don't want it to spooge. You know what I mean? Like, it's the last thing I need.
I know. But it right here, it's sticking out it just sticks out a tiny bit.
You know, I get schmeg in my holes. I don't like it.
I'm just gonna put a little bit of clampage on here. That's all. Yeah, the other side's perfect. This side just a tiny.
Maybe I'll put a little tiny dot down here at the bottom corner.
Oh, it's not perfectly flat.
And a very, very tiny dot up here at the top corner, just along this edge. I might even just lay that flat. And then I think the top actually sat really nice in there. But what I'll do is I'll put the tiniest. This is actually going to fit under the railing, so I'm okay with putting a little glue along this top edge.
There you go.
Just dragging along here, so there's just a thin film of super glue along this edge. We'll put a couple dabs, and then we'll just drag this toothpick just so there's a little edge here.
Yep.
All right, and then we'll pop this on. It does kind of go under the railing first a little bit, and then just give it the squeeze.
And, we're gonna squeeze these and hold them for a minute, and we'll be right back. Okay, everybody. Crazy gluing is done. It fit really perfectly.
Yep, it looks really good.
I clamped mine a little bit here, but
while the glue was drying just for a few seconds, I pinched from here to here just to make sure the bottom sealed really well. Don't bend your pins.
I pulled my roof off. Don't bend your pins.
Loose, it's only held by little wire pins back here, so be nice.
Yeah.
And that takes us. That's step 19. Step 20 is just to put the little trim on. This is from step 5. We've kind of been hanging on to this for a while. And you can kind of spread it apart. And you can test fit it. If you look really closely, it has little hooks, tiny little hooks that kind of hold it there to make sure it doesn't come off as easily. But you can test fit it just to make sure everything lines up, and then we're going to glue this in place.
I'm not. This thing fits perfect. I'm going to leave it like this for now.
Yeah. So.
Oh, look at that.
Wrap this around the front.
It snaps in perfectly. Like it's not going anywhere.
Interesting is my center doesn't want to go in. Oh God, that is a very tight fit. Oh, geez.
You just crack it in there. That's all.
Yeah, no kidding. That doesn't need to be glued at all.
No,
that center thing is going to hold that thing in just fine. And that's what that red band looks like. It goes all the way around. It's a nice fit over there. It's a nice fit over there. Everything looks really good. Yeah, I had to really push that center in. Man, that holds it.
The center needs a little bit of oomph.
Yeah, but does not need glue. That thing is going to hold itself in just fine.
Yeah,
and
it doesn't need any glue.
That is the end of that stage and the end of pack 4 or 3.
We are all done.
Pack 3.
That's boat.
That is the end of what we had to do. We basically built this cabin. I'll plug the lights back in if you want.
That's so cool. Look. There we go. Awesome. I love it. I'm very happy with this.
I unplugged my little pins back here.
Let me get on your roof.
Yes. My roof.
Sorry, your roof. Your roof pins.
Yeah,
the rough pins.
My rough pins, okay? Leave my rough pins. Leave my rough pins alone.
Don't agitate Todd's rough pins, everybody.
Yes, I can't see what I'm doing. Anyway, I'll turn my lights way down low. Turn your lights down low. I'll turn them way down, and we can see this is what we ended up with. We have an interior that's lit. We have our
Don't look
nav
into
lights.
the searchlight. Do not look into it. We'll go blind.
Our little interior lights.
I love
the
the warm
dangly thing.
yellow glow.
The longer this hangs here, the longer this hangs here, the more straight it'll be.
Yeah.
We have our secondary interior light. We have our
The
cabin
rear deck
interior
lights.
pretty much done. We have all our scratchy, dirty windows. We have our deck lights. Oh, I suppose we can take this. Oh God, I just looked into the light.
Oh, Todd, you dummy!
We can take these tapes off. That glue's dry.
Yeah, I took my tape off.
I know you're better than me.
No, I'm not. I just took my tape off already. That's all. I'm more impatient than you. That's all.
Not better.
Let
me get my tape
just less
off.
patient.
So the final.
Ian's always in a rush.
Close the door.
Yes.
Get my little tape off. There we go. So
there we are. I'm super happy with this. This was a great stage. We got so much structure done.
This is really big.
Oh, it's huge.
It is.
It is the cabin.
It is. It is very large.
Part of the cabin.
Yeah, it's very large. I love, and I can reach up through where the engine cabin's going to be. Yeah. I can dangle my light. I like that.
You can fangle your dangle.
You can dangle your light. It moves around, shines light on the walls, whatever. This is great. This really is.
This is a great model. Todd didn't want to build this model until he started building it, and now he loves it.
Yeah, it is good. I mean,
great model.
Jaws was just before my time. I mean, it was 79. I was born in 74. I mean, I was
born in 79. Jaws was before my time, but like, I saw Jaws as a kid, and I was like, I don't want to go to the beach, Dad. And he's like, why? I'm like, I saw a scary movie.
Yeah. We do have a plan, by the way, for the sight glass. This is a sight glass. It was a clear prism that would have been on a boat to let sunlight go down into the boat, into the interior, and it had a prism hanging from it that would reflect light around the interior during the day.
Yes.
We'll probably just drill this out and fill this with resin so it looks like a little sight glass there. Maybe give it a little metallic ring around it or something. We do have a plan for that. That's just not right.
And we will give you a parts list of resin to buy and resin tape and a UV flashlight in that video.
Yeah. But that's it.
And and you know what, Todd? Let's just say also, there'll be links below to the Gravity Magic Rubber and the Tamiya XF76. I think that's really all we needed to deal with for products used. You could use anything to sand your interior LEDs. I just happen to be using a fancy disc-based sander. But yeah, we'll put links below, and of course there'll be links to Agora Models, and I will have links to my Amazon thing and my Buy Me a Coffee, and Todd will have links to his website and all the other good stuff. And go click all those links. Click like, subscribe to both of our channels, please, and comment again how much you like this and/or Johnny 5. Just to vote. Just comment Johnny 5, please. Or dear God, give us Johnny 5. We want to see those.
There you go. There's your Orca.
Yeah, there we go. Are we going to build Airwolf together?
I don't know how that's going to work. We'll see.
I don't know.
That probably not, because I'll have to do that. I'll do a step-by-step website.
Oh, yeah, you probably will. Yeah, I'll probably build Airwolf
MyAirwolf.com. So already stuff there.
Yeah, I'll link to Todd's website when we start. We're still designing the damn thing.
All right. That's it for me. Nice work.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you, Todd. It's always a blast hanging out with you.
Good time.
You are my best YouTube friend in the world and the most fun person to build with. Everybody, thank you and adios.
Good night, everyone.